Here you go now. Last class, what are we discussing about? In the last class, we have practically experienced using Pega rules process command environment to create new application. So we have practically used Pega rules process command environment, and we have experienced to see how to create a new application. Okay, so new application can be created by using a wizard called as new application. Wizard name is new application wizard. So while creating an application, we are going to provide some details. We're going to provide some details there. What are the details that we provide? We provide the details as name of the application and type of the application structure, comma, what else? Organization name, and also after we create application, we need to generate one operator ID also. What should be the ID value we have provided? So it generated with a password. And we have created new application with a structure of framework. Yesterday we have experienced login to framework application. Okay, I will show you the same today. At the time of when we log into framework application, for the first time when we log into framework application using default generated password, the system has asked us to modify the password, change the password. We changed it. We changed the password. Okay, so let's go ahead now and try to log in. Dev fw @ what is that? niva.com. I have given the password rules. So just to show you, I am trying to log in to show you the additional information. Okay, look at here now. So once you log in, you come to App Studio. I will tell you these studios later. Okay, I will tell you about these studios later. You are a developer, right? So for a developer, you can use either App Studio or Dev Studio. App Studio is just a 5% of Dev Studio, which means that a high level of development can be done using App Studio. High level of development can be done using what? App Studio. But Dev Studio, you can develop so much. Everything you can do. Developer Studio means you can do everything as a developer. App Studio is a little bit of development can be done. Shortcut, express development. It is called as express development means what? Generally, what is meant by express development? It's a faster, quick development with shortcuts. That is also just a high level tasks you can do, but not everything. Leave about App Studio for now, we'll see later. Okay, we are mainly going to deal with Dev Studio as a developer. Dev stands for development. Okay. Here, when you log in, you can switch from App Studio. You will be getting App Studio loaded, right? Generally, from App Studio, you click on it, Dev Studio, you can switch to Dev Studio as a developer. There you have App Explorer. No need to write any navigation. Just to try to understand what I'm trying to say. When I come to framework application, if you want to ask anything, just send a message here. There is some echo coming from the background. When we log into application, framework application, and come to Dev Studio, here we are seeing two applications. You have access to how many applications? Two applications. What are those two applications? We have actually only one application now. I created one application, I logged in, I should have only one application. How come I have two applications access? See, click on this link just to know about it. Niva Insurance Group, we are expecting that. Apart from that, you also have Pega platform being mentioned there, which means that you have access to Niva Insurance Group as well as Pega platform. What is the reason you have access to like that? Because you designed in such a way that your framework application is created on top of Pega platform. Everyone clear? Online students. Next. Today, we are going to work on a practical requirement where we are going to learn about how to create implementation application on top of an existing framework application. How to create implementation application? That is what the practical. Creating implementation application on top of what? Existing framework application. Okay. See, here I would like to add one point. It's not mandatory, but it's a best practice. As a best practice, it's good to have a common organization for both framework and implementation applications. What does it mean? Common organization means framework application. At the time of creating framework application, there was no organization. We have mentioned the name of the organization and asked the process commander create it. When we create framework application, it has created framework application. It has created one operator ID. Also, it has created one organization by name Niva. By name what? Niva. It is created that time. Now, at the time of creating implementation, I don't want to create an organization or new organization or once again another organization. I want to use existing organization of framework. Whatever the organization is there for framework, same I want to be utilized for implementation also. A common organization for both framework and implementation. That's how I would like to proceed. The same we are going to do now. This point you need to keep in mind. Everyone clear? Every one of you write down the business requirement. Write down business requirement. Creating implementation application. Write down. Creating implementation application on top of Niva framework application. Niva framework application on top of Niva framework application. This is what we are going to do. Write down. Write down requirement first. That is a heading. Okay. Create an auto insurance implementation application. Create an auto insurance implementation application on top of the existing framework application. On top of existing framework application. What is the name of the existing framework application? Niva Insurance Group. You write down that in single quotes. On top of existing framework application, in single quotes, you write down Niva Insurance Group. Okay, let me tell you how you need to listen to me while writing the requirement. Okay, to every one of you. The usual practice, what you do while writing is, you listen one word out of a sentence and you are start writing. Okay, you are just starting the drafting same. I am telling you one sentence, first word you are taking and you are starting the drafting. By the time you are writing, you will not be able to listen to full sentence. Okay, you are missing the second word. You are just looking at me to repeat again. Like that, you are looking at me 2 to 3 times. Okay, whenever I am telling you requirement, you take the requirement as single sentence into your mind, not as a word. Okay, when I speak out the requirement, I speak out like a sentence by sentence. You take the entire sentence into your mind and then start drafting. The moment I begin, you are beginning. You are missing whatever I am telling you, right? Are you getting the point? The same way, while I am teaching you the class, don't go word by word. Go by sentence by sentence. Try to take up the sentence, whatever I am speaking, try to analyze it. Try to grasp the point. Next sentence. If I say, for framework and implementation application, we have common organization. Take the entire sentence into your mind and try to store it. So framework, implementation, common organization. That's what you need to get the keywords of the sentence overall. Just try to store in your mind. That's the way to learn. Okay, don't try to analyze each word. Take it as a sentence. Out of the sentence, pick the keywords only, not entire all the words is, was, are, have, has. No. Take keywords. While creating framework and implementation application, we can have a common organization for both of these as a best practice. What are you going to take out from this sentence? Framework application, implementation application, common organization. Has it given you the knowledge? Enough knowledge you got? You don't have to bother about the entire sentence, best practice, this, that, all that. With this, you frame your own sentence. What is there in that? This is the way to learn and remember. You take each word, impossible for any person to remember. Not only you or me or anyone. See, you are reading a notebook. I'm going to give you Pega guide, something I'll give you, right? Notes, theory document. You're going through theory document. In the theory document, you are reading. A framework application contains reusable functionalities which we can reuse across the entire business. This is a sentence you have read. Should not start remembering each word. The main mistake that the people will do is, while reading word by word, they will try to grasp. It is highly impossible for a human being to remember that. It's not possible. Okay. Read as fast as you can. Read as fast as you can. Try. Okay. A framework application contains the reusable functionalities that we can use across entire business. Take that sentence, not the individual words. Take that sentence into your brain, but it will not retain. What are the keywords? Take a pen, only underscore the keywords, not the sentence. What are the keywords now? Framework application, reusable functionalities. Entire business, that's it. Framework application, reusable. At least these two you remember, that's it, done. You can frame your own sentence. These two keywords are there in the sentence that you are forming, that means you are correct. Framework application has reusable functionalities. Framework application contains reusable functionalities. Framework application is going to have reusable functionalities created in it. The way, how do you want to form the sentence? No matter. The way you want to form, you form the sentence. But these two keywords are missing. You form reusable missing. You formed the sentence. Any use? Problem is, this is the mistake you have done while you are preparing for the exams. You are trying to remember the entire sentence, each word. That is 100% wrong. Only in a large sentence, you are taking only two words, right? Remember two words. Anytime if I say framework application, what should come into your mind? Reusable functionalities. That's it, done. You can frame the sentence the way you want. Okay. Are you getting the point how to learn? Online students? That is the same practice while you are writing something. Listening to me and writing, right? That time also, take the entire sentence. Grasp only two keywords or three keywords. Then draft your own way. No issues. Otherwise, entire sentence when you listen, you don't have to look at me once again. You can write it. Your brain remembers the entire sentence. Actually, how do you get it today? You don't have this type of practice in the past. Do you have that? No. You start, this is a kind of training to you. Start training your brain in such a way that you try to grasp the sentences, not the words. In the sentence, analyze to pick the keywords. That's how Google works. Google doesn't bother about all your sentence. It bothers only about keywords and gives you the results. Same. And frame your own sentences, your wish. Framework application contains, framework application has, framework application is going to have, your wish. How do you want to frame it? But make it something meaningful with the important keywords. Understand? The same way, while I am trying to teach you something in the class, don't try to pick each word immediately. Try to pick the entire sentence. If I speak something explaining you, overall sentence you try to keep it in your mind, but you will not be able to get it in a day or two. If you try to practice for 15 to 20 days, your brain is going to get adaptable to the type of grasping nature, and it will get molded. But if you're going to be like this, you can be a quick learner. You can be a quick learner. Don't go by word. Okay, understand? Same is for reading, same is for writing, same is for listening also. Listening sentence by sentence, grasp keywords and keep in your mind. Storage will be more. If you put entire everything, every word, overflow. Keyword, concept, keyword, concept, keyword, then more space will be still remaining, and you will be able to remember easily. You don't have to remember a lot of information. You have to remember concept, keyword, concept, keyword. It retains forever. Understand? Okay, here you go now. Okay, before we begin itself, that's what I wanted to tell you. I'll take a separate session about the same once again. Okay, so let's go ahead now. Okay, we want to create implementation application on top of framework application Niva Insurance Group. For these for this framework and implementation, we want to use common organization. Did you write that point? What did you write in the requirement? What did you write? On top of framework Niva Insurance Group. After that, you did not write anything, right? Okay, listen to me for the second point. Okay, the organization created while creating framework application, use the same organization for implementation application as well. That's the point I want to tell you that you have to write. Okay, are you trying to, you got it? What you need to write? The organization which has been created Niva while creating framework application, use the same organization for this implementation as well. You don't have to write as it is. Try write in your own way. What you need to understand here is framework application organization to be used for implementation. Simply you want to write down. Okay, write down everyone. Once you are done, let me know. You start training your brain in this way today onwards. The same you have to repeat for paragraphs. Once you are comfortable with sentences, try with paragraph. Once you are comfortable with paragraph, try with entire lesson. Lesson summary keywords. You don't have to remember 10 pages, 15 pages. Overall, it will become half a page. Entire lesson you have here. Okay. Okay. Creating implementation application on top of Niva framework application. That's what I'm going to do now. Design. I told you one point already yesterday. Let me repeat the same. Anytime you want to create any application, always use default credentials only. As you already have framework application, don't try to log into framework and then create implementation on top of it. That process is little different. Actually, that will give you a little different output result. That's even not recommended by me. Blindly, you can remember this. Anytime you are creating any application, you are creating application means which login you use. That's it. Log into Pega using default credentials. So I will take one separate session about how to study. Okay, how to this type of thing, plus how you need to schedule your time. Okay, and the preparation techniques and all I will tell you in a separate session that I am going to take tomorrow. Don't miss that session. That session will add a value to your entire learning throughout your career, rest of your life, not rest of your this Pega sessions. Okay, so tomorrow I will be taking that session. Don't miss tomorrow's session at any cost. Okay, tomorrow is not going to be technical, out of Pega. Okay, DevaMPL at the rate, I'm sorry, administrator, right? Administrator at the rate pega.com, password install. If you are going to miss the tomorrow session, you are going to miss something in your life. not in Pega. Okay, that's for sure. Okay, here you go now. Now click on, okay, you tell me the navigation. How can I proceed further? After I get into this one, how do I create application?
Application, create application.
Pega platform and then new application. I am not going to write the sentences as I have already written during framework, because one time you do, second time you need to understand by screenshot itself. Yesterday I have written, log into Pega application, click on application menu, choose new application, it will open new application wizard. Same, I am not going to draft once again. That should be there in your mind, that's it. Okay, here you go now. So all of you, what you'll see in the screen, you'll see build from scratch. Also you'll see Niva Insurance Group. See, you can understand one thing from this window, that is, in this screen there are so many applications displayed. Let me tell you one point. These are all framework applications. These are all, so all the framework applications that are there in the Pega platform will get displayed here. Now I want to create my implementation, right? On top of which framework you want to create. Click on that one. Click on that particular one. Actually, yesterday when we come across this same wizard, yes, I logged in as administrator. Please try to follow closely. Okay, don't miss anything. Now, yesterday when I come to this screen, I clicked on build from scratch. My application has been created on top of Pega platform. From this, you can easily understand. Build from scratch means Pega platform. If I click on Niva Insurance Group, my application will be created on top of Niva Insurance Group only, no? Everyone clear? Niva Insurance Group. I'm sorry, why that screenshot has come? Click on Niva Insurance Group. Click on Niva Insurance Group so that your application gets created on top of Niva Insurance Group framework. Niva Insurance Group framework app. Suppose if I click on top of ING Insurance Group, then my application will get created on top of ING Insurance. I don't want to do that. I want to go with Niva Insurance Group. I am clicking on this. See, this wizard now going to give you 2 or 3 additional screens which we have not come across while creating framework. This is one additional screen. 3 additional screens it will be. Actually, in this screen, what is it asking? It is asking about, do you want to proceed with Niva Insurance Group or go back and choose something else? I don't want to go back. I want to proceed with what? Build with Niva Insurance Group. Click on build with Niva Insurance Group. By mistake, you clicked on something else and you came here, means you have a chance to go back and choose other one. Okay. Now, once I click on build with Niva Insurance Group, this screen we did not come across while creating framework application. While creating framework application, we did not come across this screen. It says that no case types available to clone. If framework has any case types, you will be able to clone it. But you do not even know what is case type as of now, right? So I am not going to explain you what is case type and all now, because we are going to practically work on that in the future classes. Now, what are we going to do is, we are going to proceed to continue just ignoring this. Just to do what? Continue. Nothing to bother. One more screen, similar screens came. It says that data types, no data types to clone. As of now, as a beginner, you don't even know about data types. You don't even know about data types. Then practically we are going to experience to create data types also soon. So do what? This one also continue. You know this screen. You are aware of this one, right? Enter application name. Niva Auto Insurance, right? This one, Niva Auto Insurance. Niva Auto. I will tell you one more point. with same application, with same name, having same name, you cannot create two applications. That is not possible. Two applications. Again, Neva Insurance Group, if you enter and try to create, it will fail. See, I will show you. I am not even giving Neva INSU group. Something like this I have given just like that. If I say create application, it is throwing one error. An application with application record Neva INSU. It is taking up to this, right? Little bit I modified, but still it is not taking initial characters are matching. It should be completely a different name. Neva matching is okay. But framework application name ID is Neva INSU. After yes, if I change this U to E, it will work. Whenever you are trying to create similar name applications, it will not allow. What I need to do? Change the name, make it something different. Neva Auto Insurance. This is a screenshot I have given. So click on advanced configuration. Click on advanced configuration. Click on advanced configuration. I am going to click on advanced configuration. Now, application structure or application type. What is the default option? Do we need the same? Keep the application type as it is. Application type as it is. That's what I'm expecting. Whatever I'm expecting is there, I'll leave it. Now you see implementation application name is Neva Auto ID. Framework application ID, what we got? Neva Insurance, Neva INSU. Neva INSU, Neva Auto. Different names are same names. Remember this. Organization name. Let's choose existing organization Neva. See, when I say choose means it is already available. You backspace this. See, in Pega environment, if you come across with a text input with a thick blue color dot at the right bottom corner, which means it is a drop down. It is a drop down means values are already there. You need to place your cursor here, and on your keyboard you have 4 arrow marks, right? You need to click on the down arrow. You need to click on down arrow. Then you will find all the values. Choose what? Choose Neva. Choose Neva. I have chosen Neva. That's it. See, I am not going to tell you about div unit. I'm not going to tell you about Neva Auto work as of now, but later I will talk about these points. Okay, click on save. Click on save. Let me click on save now. We are back to create application screen. Again, I will cross check. The options which I have chosen are there or not there. There. I'm okay. Create application. Create application. I'm going to click on create application. The moment you click on create application, it starts creating. It will prompt you for a operator ID. See, framework application, while creating, we have chosen one operator ID now. Can I use the same login ID for second application also? Yes, you can use one login ID for n number of applications. Same login ID you are using for Gmail application, YouTube application, Google Drive application. Same way we can use, but I'm not going to do that now. That will be later. Now I will use a different login ID for this. I'll be using different login ID. Let's enter operator ID. Operator. Same you can use, but I am not using for some reason. You don't know, you are a beginner. Developer operator for my implementation application, devompl@neva.com. You can give anything of your wish. That is up to you. Add. Do what? Copy these credentials into a notepad as usual process. So I'll just keep track of these credentials for some time. So I'm going to paste it in here. Okay. And do what? You can click on, without clicking done, you can click log off. That is also okay, no problem. Now log into implementation application. application. Log into where? Implementation application. See, I am going to ask you a question now. By login to implementation application, how many applications I will get access to? How many applications? I'm just asking.
Framework and implementation.
Framework
Yeah.
and implementation.
Implementation is the first one, as I have logged into implementation, framework, and Pega platform. It is asking to change the password. I'm giving current password. New password, I am giving rules as I can easily remember. Change password. Just wait. So after login, we are not doing anything. Just we are trying to experience it. That's it. Now, click on App Studio. Click on App Studio and choose Dev Studio. Choose what? Dev Studio. App Studio, I'm going to click on and choose Dev Studio. Okay, click on App Explorer on the left panel. Click on App Explorer on left panel. Left panel means this one. This is the left panel. App Explorer. When you click on here, you see 3 applications. I'm not going to do anything, just to make an observation. That's it. We have access to how many applications? We have access to 3 apps. Those are IMPL, FW, and Pega platform. Pega. Done. This is done. So application roof is ready. Now the roof is ready. One framework is there, one implementation is there. See, by login to implementation application itself, we will be able to access framework application. No need to log into framework. Because implementation application is on top of framework, here itself we can access the framework components, everything. But by login to framework, you cannot access implementation. That's not possible. Reverse is not possible. Okay, now if you look at the diagram, so the very bottom one, this is the built-on application for Niva Insurance Group. This is Pega platform is okay. Niva Insurance Group is built on Pega platform. Niva Insurance Group is built on Pega platform. Correct. So here Pega platform is said to be built on. Pega platform is said to be built on application. Built on application of Niva Insurance Group. Again, Niva Insurance Group is said to be built on application for what? Auto insurance, health insurance. Yes or no? Built on means bottom one is built on. This is one built on app. This is another built on app. I'll show you this in the PRPC environment later, not now. See, once application is ready, what is the definition of application? We discussed already. We discussed about the definition of application, right? What did we discuss? Application is set of functional components. In Pega, every functional component is set to be a rule. R-U-L-E. You will try to learn about rule technically going forward. Slowly you will be gaining that knowledge. Anything that you create in Pega is set to be a rule. In fact, application is also a rule. Application is a rule. Operator is a rule. Organization is a rule. Everything that you create in Pega is set to be a rule, but that is not the definition. Define a rule means everything you create in Pega is a rule. You should not say that. You should say technically. I'll tell you later. But for now, for your brain, anything you create in Pega is a rule. Application is a rule. Organization is a rule. Operator ID is a rule. Okay, I'll tell you in detail later. Now coming to here. Application is set of functionalities. You create functionalities inside application. That's what we discussed. But there is a little bit change in this definition. Let me tell you. See, functional components ultimately you have to create. The functional components should be executable. Yes or no? Your functional component should be executable. No? You have to create your functional components inside executable blocks. Inside executable blocks. I'll tell you. See, you are working on Python. You're working on Java. You're working on CPP, something. So what you do is all the functional components that you create here, functional components, attributes. What else? Attributes. I will tell you what is attributes. Attributes and functional components that you create, you will be placing inside executable components, another executable blocks, structures. That executable structure is called as class. What is it called as? Class. Understand? Okay. So in a class of loan, otherwise in a class of bank is a class. Inside that, I have a number of attributes. I'm not going to write attributes now. Otherwise, I'll write attributes, functional components. Functional components. These are going to be available like this. I'm writing attributes now. What are the attributes? Attributes are loan amount. Okay. Customer name, loan amount, organization name. Like this. Something are there. Now, functional components. What are the functional components available? I will tell you. Just like that I am writing, you don't have to bother about coding and all. Function, personal loan, personal loan function, and then respect to coding here. You will write coding. Another function I will write. Just like that I am writing. Actually, function keyword will not be there. What is this? Commercial loan. Commercial loan means loan related to a business. I'll say business loan. What is that? While processing personal loan, you need customer name, you need loan amount. Do you need organization name? While processing business loan, you need organization name, loan amount, customer name also. Everything you need. These are two different functional components utilizing some attributes. All this is there in an executable block, that is class. So in whenever you want to create functional components, that should be created and placed inside classes. Inside what? Class. Class is going to group. Class is going to group attributes and functional components will be there inside a class. Class is not there means there is no meaning. You created it, there is no executable. See, any functional components or attributes that you have defined, it must be enclosed. It must be enclosed inside a class. This enclosing is there, right? For that, there is another technical terminology called as encapsulate. What is that? Encapsulate. So what are we going to learn? Now we are going to learn about concepts, some concepts. What are the concepts we are going to start focusing on? Object oriented programming concepts. Do you need program here? No. You need concept. That concept will be used here while we are practicing. Okay, while we are implementing anything, we need these concepts. See, Pega is being developed. Its core engine, everything is being developed using Java. That's what we discussed during the demo. We don't need to be a Java learner. Java is object-oriented programming. Means conceptually, your implementation process in Pega will be utilizing the object-oriented programming concepts, not like Java. Object-oriented programming concepts are being used in Java, in Python, in CPP, in many programming languages. Object-oriented programming concepts are being used. As Pega is developed based on Java, obviously object-oriented programming flavor will come here. These concepts are very, very important. While practically implementing anything, we will use these concepts. Conceptually, you need to understand. Then while implementation, when to apply which concept, you will come to know. In the object-oriented programming concepts, we are not going to discuss all the concepts today itself. Few concepts we will discuss. I mean, like in this 1 or 2 classes. First one is, I will write in this order and I will tell you. Encapsulation. What is that? Encapsulation is a concept. Second one, Class. Class is a reality of encapsulation in the programming. Okay, next I will tell you. Third one, inheritance as a concept. Inheritance as a concept. Fourth one, again I'll come to a little bit. Types of classes. Types of classes and purpose. Types of classes and purpose. Okay. And fifth one, we will jump on to Pega. Inheritance in Pega and its a types. It's a types, comma, its types and purpose. Understand clear, everyone? These are the points we're going to discuss. After we are clear with these concepts, we will start working on the practical. So in between, I may have to tell you about organization also. Okay, apart from this, I'll tell you organization before itself. Organization, right? I'll tell you organization now, and then we will go to OOPS concepts. Organization structure. What is the concept? Organization structure is not related to object-oriented program. We will match it later. We will match the organization structure with these concepts and other things later. First, we'll come to know about it. Okay. Now you see here. I will explain you organization setup, organization structure. Generally, for any business, there will definitely be an organization SR. Organization will be there, no? So, what are the different layers or different levels of organization? I will just to tell you. Organization levels of organization, level or structure of organization structure. First will be organization. Second one will be division. I'm writing yes means there can be more than one. Third one, unit. Units will be there. Understand clear? See, I will open one diagram to explain you this. I will open one diagram to explain you this. Just like that, I'm opening diagram. Is it good? Okay, I'll go here. This is how an organization looks like, organization structure. An organization structure is going to have basically typically 3 levels. There can be even more based on your business. How large your business, this will change. But typically, definitely there will be 3 layers, 3 levels. First one, organization level. Second one, division level. Third one, unit levels. In an organization structure, one and only one organization should be there. That is the topmost entity in the business. The topmost entity in the business is said to be organization. It is one and only. Only one Tata group of industries will be there in this world. No two Tata group of industries will be there. Understand? One Tata group of industries is one organization. It has so many divisions. It has IT division. It has electronics. It has finance. It has Tata Motors. It has Tata Consumer. So many things are there. Tata Steel, like that. In each division, there are different units. Tata IT sector has TCS company as a division and CMC as a company. Another unit, unit. And Tata Electronics, Chroma is there, Click is there. Tata Finance, Tata Insurance is there, Tata Finance Loan Processing is there. Like this, there can be a number of units. Out of these 3 levels, units are the ones. Unit levels are the one where actual business transaction gets initiated. Sales will happen at unit only. I'll tell you another example. You consider like this. You have, let's consider movies. A production house is there. Production house, they produce the movie. They make the movie, correct? As an audience, we want to watch the movie. For that, we need to make a transaction of purchasing a ticket. That's the actual business. You purchase tickets, business is running. No purchasing tickets, business is not. Now, movie production house, after they develop the movie, create the movie and all, they transfer it from the first level, higher level, to divisions. Different distributors, they will give it. They will give it to distributors. Distributors also will not make direct sales. Distributors transfer that particular movie, recorded movie, to theaters below. theater, cinemas. They will transfer it to cinemas. They will move it to cinema. These are cinema theaters. Now, sales will happen at cinema theaters or organization or divisions, where distributors are production house. You directly go to production house and try to ask them, I want to purchase ticket to watch your movie. Go to cinema theater. Directly go to distributor and ask the same. Go to cinema theater. Cinema theater is a place which is a unit low level. Cinema theater is a place where you can transaction, the actual business will run. Remaining two levels, what do? They supply the required components to the bottom level. Just an organization structure and explain. Understand? So in the entire organization structure, organization division unit. Units are the place where your business transactions will happen. Same. A car manufacturing company is there. Directly go to car manufacturing company and ask them, I want to purchase a car. No. Next, you will go to distributors, statewide distributor, and ask them, I want to purchase a car. He will say no. Go to an outlet, it is there in your city. Go to outlet, you ask them, I want to purchase a car. Yes, we will sell you. They will sell you. Outlet is how outlet is getting from some distributor in between. How distributor is getting from the manufacturer. Manufacturer will not sell, distributor will not sell. Who will sell? Outlet only will sell. That's a unit level. At the unit level, actual business transactions will be running. Then the required components for unit level will be supplied by divisions. Required components for divisions will be supplied by organization. Keep this in mind. We will come back to this diagram 2 times going forward in the OOPS concepts. Understand clear? Everyone clear, online student? Basically, I want to let you know what is the concept of organization structure. This will be applicable in our concepts later. Now we will jump on to object-oriented programming system concepts. Object-oriented programming system concepts. In short, we call this as OOPS. We call it as OOPS. Abbreviation is object-oriented programming system. In that we have some concepts. I'm trying to tell you few concepts, not everything. First concept is encapsulation. See, object-oriented programming system. Whoever has designed the system, they have drafted some conditions. If you are developing a programming language, you're developing one programming language, right? Utilize our system as a model and develop your programming language. Then our model has these concepts. Your programming language should have implemented this concept. Should have implemented the. If I develop a concept and give you, see, there is one concept. Based on the concept, they will produce the movies. No, same concept, multiple movies will be produced. But some set of movies are what different concepts. Let's say horror is a concept. On horror concept, you can produce a number of movies. Thriller is a concept. On thriller concept, produce a number of movies. Detective. Okay. So like that, one concept can be utilized to implement something. Like that, object-oriented programming system is a concept which can be utilized to implement programming languages. Understand? While working on the programming language, all those concepts you are using or not. That's what it is, a concept. Object-oriented programming system is it's a concept given for programming language developers. Okay. In that, encapsulation. What does this encapsulation says? If you are defining and creating attributes and functional components which are needed for your business transaction processing, that must be enclosed as a single unit to function it properly. If you want this to be functioned, enclose it as a single unit. Then that process of enclosing the attributes and functional components is said to be encapsulation concept. Is said to be encapsulation. Encapsulation is grouping of attributes plus functional components. It is called encapsulation. I will tell you real life example of encapsulation. See, we have a motherboard. Take a laptop. Take a laptop. This laptop has motherboard. This laptop has processor. This laptop has some cooling fan. This laptop has a display device, display component, and it has a RAM. It has hard disk. Take out the individual components separately. is that going to function properly? Any behavior that individual component will produce? Are you going to achieve your required goals using the individual components? No. Enclose all of them together, enclose and connect each other. Enclose them into a single unit structure, making a laptop. Okay, then that enclosed unit structure is said to be encapsulated one. It is encapsulated. You know capsule, right? Medicine capsule. Capsule contains so many chemical compositions, all together enclosed into one tube or something. It's like a capsule, encapsulation. Without that, you take each individual component separately. Does it make any sense? Laptop also same thing, right? Everything that you see in this world, everything is encapsulation. Everything that you see with your eyes is encapsulation. You are the person. You yourself is an encapsulation example. How come? We have liver, heart, kidneys, brain. Take out each individual component separately. Does it make any sense and produces any functional behavior? All together, working together, enclosed into body. Then only it will have a proper functional behavior. So encapsulation is not a concept that is being derived from somewhere. Real human life. Human being is an example of encapsulation. Means in your application, you are creating so many functionalities. All functionalities you have to bring together to enclose into one single unit structure. That means you are following encapsulation concept. Understand clear everyone? Online students, are you clear what is meant by encapsulation? Without encapsulation, nothing exists in this world. Yes or no? Laptop, AC, TV, we ourselves, anything you see with your eyes is definitely encapsulated one. Okay, now the encapsulation, you are trying to use the concept of encapsulation and implement your programming language, right? There, instead of encapsulation, the terminology is class. Class means what? Grouping of attributes plus function. You are not saying encapsulation now. In your programming language, you are saying instead of encapsulation word, what word you are using? Class. Class is a group, a structure inside which you have attributes plus functional components. Okay, you are a person. What are the functional components? Liver, kidney, brain, heart, all this. Can you tell me any attributes? You're a person, right? What are the attributes? What you can tell me? Percentage of hemoglobin in the blood. Blood is functional component. For that, what is the percentage of hemoglobin is there? This will control the behavior. Yes or no? Based on the percentage only, person may get some odd behavior or regular behavior. And what else? You will have attributes other than that. Heartbeat rate of heartbeat, that will control your behavior. Again, what else attributes will be there? What else attributes? You don't have to go inside, even outside also. Your name is one attribute. If you want to turn towards me, what should I do? I should call you by your name. Your name is attached to, you know, that is an attribute. Okay, and what else? Your height. We need your height measurement whenever we want to hire for a job, police job. Based on height is the attribute which is going to control your behavior. If you are a tall person, maybe you can run faster than a short guy, right? Based on that, your selection plan. So every encapsulated unit is combination of attributes plus functional components. Okay, so you take a car. Car is an encapsulated unit. Car is a class. What are the functional components in that? Engine, steering, brake, gearbox, wheels, all these are functional components. What are attributes of car? Car name, car color, okay, car company. Yes, gearbox you have, right? That will have numbers. Gear number 1, gear number 2, gear number 3. That is going to control the acceleration. Okay, the velocity of the car. What is the acceleration depends on the number of the gear that you are going to choose. These attributes will control, change the behavior of the particular functional component. Yes or no? Overall, your class behavior will be depending on these attributes plus functional components. Understand clear, everyone? So everything that you come across is one encapsulated unit. So we discussed today about organizations. Okay, practical we did, implementation application, and then we discussed about to know about organization structure. We will compare going forward, and later we discussed about object-oriented programming concept in that encapsulation and class. If you look at this organization structure, if you look at the organization structure which I have opened just now, where is it? In the organization structure for now, for your better idea and understanding, you can imagine each entity here is one class. Each entity here is one class. This is one class, this is one class, one class, one class, one class. All these classes are connected to each other. Connected to each other. That is inheritance relation. That's the next topic tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow means tomorrow I will take one separate session. Okay, which is not related to Pega, but which is related to your further career prospects, about how you have to mold yourself further to learn the best and to perform the best and to be the best. Okay. Okay. And then day after tomorrow, it will come. So as I already told you, don't miss the tomorrow's session. Okay. Tomorrow's session is going to give you, and it will definitely add a lot of value for your future. Okay, not only with respect to Pega, but also with respect to your career prospects, personal life, everything. Okay, so I will be attaching these documents now. Batch number. See, let me tell you about this. All of you have attended 3 demo sessions and today is 3rd regular session. Okay, you can start making your fees payments. I know many of you have paid. I'm not asking about the paid people. I'm just reminding the people who are not yet made their fees payment. Max, you have to finish it by Thursday. Max, by Thursday you have to finish. Contact admin team and proceed to finish your fees payments by Thursday. Thursday means 5 days. I mean, like 4 days plus 3 days, 7 days. That is pretty much fair enough to give you without making the fees payment. But many of them you have paid, I know. Okay. After you make the fees payment, get added into the group. They will add anyhow as per the process. And I will be collecting all your details. Whoever has made the fees payment, we will separately collect the details in the Google form. We will start creating one Google Drive. We will post tomorrow's video also in the YouTube. But after that, Thursday and after, we may not be posting in YouTube. We will create separate drive. We will give access to the drive to the people who have enrolled by making the fees payment. Understand clear, everyone? Don't miss tomorrow's session at any cost. Okay, don't feel like that is not Pega. Actually, learning Pega is easy. Okay, very easy. That you'll feel easy only when you attend tomorrow's session. Okay, fine. You can wind up for today. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you for joining. Meanwhile,